All right, Rib City Drive with Dwight and Chad as we continue here at Trailblazers Media Day, getting ready for a brand new season. And we're joined by one of the newest Blazers, Devonte Graham. Devonte, it's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all having me.
How excited are you for a new season?
Very excited. I just telling them it's like, a kid at the candy store again, media day and training camp and new team, new season. So very excited.
How difficult is it to assimilate to a brand new team with new faces, new coaches, and what's that process like?
Oh, it's definitely different, Every time, everybody's trying to get a feel for each other, obviously adjusting, moving, and all that good stuff. But like I said, man, it's always exciting. Sometimes change is good and people adjust to a different way. So I'm excited.
How are you looking at this season moving forward? It seems like a real chance for you to get a fresh start on your career.
That's exactly how I'm gonna approach it. Just another opportunity, just to come out, play hard, and do what I do. So I can't say it enough. I'm definitely excited.
And what has been the direction from Coach Billups in terms of how he sees your role on this team and what he wants you to focus on?
I know I need to have a deeper conversation about it, but obviously from talking to the coaches and stuff like that, just like I said, come out, play my game, be aggressive, shoot the ball, and that's what they, banking on me to do is make shots. So when my opportunity presents itself, just be aggressive.
It's interesting because you're still young by NBA standards, but you're joining a team that's got the second youngest roster. So now you're in a spot where you're going to have some of the young guys, whether it be Scoot or Shaden or some of the others, coming to you for your input and advice based on the experience and what you've been through. What's that like?
This is great. That was another thing that we talked about too, just being a good leader, showing the guys, the ropes and how to be pros, and that was definitely something that the coaches hit on for me and in my role.
How hard is it to be a point guard in the NBA?
It's hard. It's definitely hard. I know a lot of people think you just, bring the ball up the court,
Yeah.
but you gotta know that all five guys are doing that on each possession, each play. You kind of got to be 2-3 steps ahead of mainly everybody. And you got to be, extension of your coach. So you got to kind of know what he's thinking and the feel for the game and getting guys touches and running the offense while also being aggressive and scoring and guarding the best players on the other team. So it's tough.
I was going to ask you about that balance between taking your own shot and setting people up. I mean, you have to constantly be thinking about what the other guys are expecting from you or want from you.
Right.
But at the same time, you got your own game too.
Right. I think that's one of the toughest things, knowing when to pick your spots on when to score, when to get people involved. So I think that's one of the hardest things because you gotta make sure everybody else on the court is happy as well, and you have the ball in your hands a lot, so that's a big part of your job.
Devonte, you've had a chance to play for multiple franchises. You spent time in San Antonio. What was that experience like with their structure, their coaching staff, and Coach Pop leading the way?
It was an experience. It was definitely good. Like you said, it was another young team. So I kind of had that, veteran role and teaching and showing guys how to be professional, how to be a point guard. Like you said, learning the point guard. We was playing Jeremy Sohan at the point guard at first, and it was kind of like one of my responsibilities to kind of help him and try to teach him that. So it was definitely an experience last year.
You go through losing seasons. This team is right now in the middle of a transition. As an NBA player, how difficult is it to work through the losses, continue to focus on your game, but keep your head up with a certain level of positivity and that vibe in the locker room?
It's huge. And it's a lot on the players. It's a lot on the coaches. Obviously, you with social media, the scrutiny that you get and stuff like that, you got to just stay away from it. Focus on you and your teammates, your coaching staff, and what's going on in that locker room. And every day you just come in, no matter if it's good, 5-game win streaks, 10-game losing streaks, like you come in with that same posture, the same vibe, same energy, and you just try to continue to get better no matter what's going on.
So during the season, you just stay away from the social media
I mean, I'm on it, but I stay away from the
negativity.
negative aspects, the comments, and all that stuff.
I mean, I give you guys credit because, when I was younger growing up, the main reaction came from the newspaper, where, the columnist or the beat reporter would put out the information. But nowadays it's like everyone's got a voice. And so they jump on social media, and that's something that players, in yesterday's time didn't have to deal with. But you guys have that constantly right now with people having access to you and reaching out to comment, good, bad, or ugly, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's a different ballgame.
But like I said, you just got to find a way to stay away from it. And there's a lot of people who get caught up in it and comment back to fans and stuff like that. But it's like, it's no point. I'm here to play ball, and that's what I come to do.
Well, with Scoot Henderson, big offseason for him, and we've talked to Coach, and they're happy with his progress and the work that he's put in. What are you seeing from Scoot Henderson as he gets ready for his second season?
It's going to be great. Strong, athletic, super quick. Just from playing with him these last couple of weeks and stuff like that. So he's exactly what coaches and them said. Like, this is a big summer for him, and I think he put in a lot of work. So just can't wait to see him out there.
What are your thoughts on Anthony Simons, a guy you get a chance to play with now? You've seen him from afar. What's your take on what Ant brings to the table?
I love his game. Coming on pick and roll, shooting, getting downhill. Obviously, he played with Dame for a couple of years, so he had a great role model in that, and it's definitely going to be another big year for him too.
Coach wants to play faster this year than they played before. How does that fit with the way you want to play?
It's perfect. I'm like the run and gun too, so we got a lot of young guys, and like you said, when you're playing young, you gotta play fast, and you really don't have no excuse not to be playing fast. So we can try to get up and down, pick up full court and try to play fast, and not so much in half court to where older teams have that advantage of playing half court basketball.
And we're talking with Devonte Graham.
You talk about that, and I see point guards all the time, like Scoot and you, who have some quickness and like to run. The problem is getting the other guys to run with you.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
Well, first of all, anybody trying to run with Scoot is going to be hard because he's super fast.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it's just about getting in shape, getting in game shape, because it's two different things to be in shape and game shape. But, yeah, we just all gotta be on that same page. If we're gonna run, we gotta run, and that's from jump ball to the fourth quarter. Like, we can't pick and choose what quarters we're gonna run. If we're gonna say we're gonna run, we gotta play fast.
Do you think we're going to see a certain lob game this year? Scoot was talking about this. It's something that's lacked here in town for the last few years because of the lack of size. But now with Williams and Ayton, and you've got Klingon who's coming in, from UConn, it seems like there's an opportunity for you guys to have those opportunities for, lobs at the rim with some of the bigs.
Definitely. But like we said, it's on the point guards. You got to get downhill, got to be a threat in the paint, and then it's just about making the right plays and right passes.
What's it like playing for a coach, same position, so he sees the game, I would guess, similarly to how you do? Is it nice to play for a guy like Chauncey who understands your role?
I think that's going to be great. I think I'm going to learn a lot. And I feel like he gives the guards a different type of confidence going into the game. And it's you know he understands. Obviously, he played at the highest level and won at the highest level. So it's like, just whatever he says is just like, you listening and you feel real confident in what he's telling you.
You've been at this for quite some time now, so a lot of the young players talk about that first year about nutrition and exercise and keeping the body right and that wall that you hit. But now for you, with experience, what do you use the preseason for, camp, and how do you kind of ramp yourself up to get ready for the start of the regular season?
You use it just for that, getting in shape. Like you say, yeah, obviously nutrition and stuff like that, I'm kind of used to just a certain eating style, I guess. But yeah, camp is definitely getting shape, getting game shape, and just get ready for a great season.
You're wearing the headband. Fans seem to like that. I don't know why. I think it makes it easier for them to identify who the player is wearing one. Have you always worn it?
Yeah, I've always had it, except for my rookie season. I had a big old afro, so I ain't wear a headband. Then I finally, looked apart and made myself get some braids.
What was that experience like at Kansas?
It was great, man. I always tell people if I go back and do it again, I'll do all 4 years again. I had an unbelievable experience there. And obviously it put me in a position to be where I am today.
Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of it because I was born in Oklahoma, and you guys just always wore the Sooners' ass out.
Boomer Sooner.
Just dominating the conference.
Oh, yeah, we definitely did that when I was there for sure, for years, actually. So
yeah, there's no question about it. But it's nice. I mean, to play at a school like that that's so basketball-rich with tradition and expectations, like that has to be a sweet experience.
No, yeah, it's unbelievable. You can't even put it into words. It's one of the best college atmospheres in the nation. So it was like no other.
Yeah, and I can attest to this. You know it, but like we would drive from Oklahoma to Colorado on I-70 going through Kansas, and I mean it's one of the flattest states I've ever seen in my life. Like it's stand on a bumper and you can see across the whole state. But man, they love their basketball there.
Oh yeah, they definitely love their basketball. It's like they say we the professional team out there.
Yeah.
You got the Chiefs, you got the Royals, and then you got the Jayhawks. So we got to treat it like royalty.
Well, it's great to have you in town, Devonte, and we're looking forward to you bringing your experience to this squad and getting things going. So thanks for your time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.